Hello and welcome. My name is Melody.
And I am Izzy.
Hi, it's nice to meet you, Izzy. This is my son, and we are here to talk about, for episode 32 of the Melody Crochet podcast, it is yarn crawl time. We just finished the DFW Yarn Crawl, and it was so much fun. So we are just going to talk about what we collected, what we did in between shops, and just go over our week in the yarn crawl. It was fabulous. Agreed? Mm-hmm. It was fabulous. And why do you like the yarn crawl?
Since my mom goes to yarn shops a lot, when the yarn crawl happens, I get to see everyone I know.
All at once. Condensed, and there's usually giveaways and lots of people visiting the shops. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it very much. We took off the middle of the week because we do homeschool, and we did try to do as much as we possibly could. And while we were out and about on homeschool days, we kept it very educational. So we saw some stuff and things, and we'll talk about everything as we go. Stuff, things?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. First off, day one, on the Friday that it started, we headed over to McKinney Knittery because we love McKinney. It is probably the closest shop to us. And we went over, and it used to be that we went to a cluster. We would do McKinney Knittery and then head over to Farmersville, which has a huge, I think it's the biggest yarn store in Texas, but she's closed all August. So
I think when we went on the 7th day, we went north and east.
Mm-hmm, we did, but let's go in order, because mommy's brain, you know.
Yeah.
But day one, we went to McKinney. We actually ended in McKinney too, you're right. But we started in McKinney, and then we went to McKinney Knittery, and I was on my yarn diet. Strongly on my yarn diet. So I was like, I'm not buying yarn, but I can get notions, and we're just here to visit. And we go over, it's probably a half-hour drive. It was really pretty out, took some pictures, got you in the sunshine. And then we got a couple of things, not yarn. Everything was still going so well at that point. I got, do you want to show what you got? Try not to shake them too much.
Was it?
McKinney Knittery.
At McKinney Knittery, I got some nice looking blue beads.
They're really pretty.
And if you can see it, they were for $4.
An amazing deal. You get like 30 grams for that. And what are you going to do with them?
I'd probably get some thread and turn them into bracelets.
Good choice. Very good choice. Or
I could get a big piece of thread and make it a necklace.
Heck, you could do both. That's a lot of beads.
Yeah, it's like 30 pounds of them.
Do you know why they sell them there?
No.
Some people make shawls and stuff, and they actually put the beads on their shawls. You could put them on your weavings too.
I can?
He doesn't knit or crochet, but he does weave. Where's your weaving sticks? He has them nearby. Comes in a pack of, I'm gonna be killed. Yes, please don't hurt me. Okay. While we were there, I picked up a couple things. I got some new Tupps. Now, I don't need Tupps. I have several bars in stash. I'm ready to go. But this one's amazing. This one is called Campfire S'mores.
And it actually smells like marshmallow.
It does, but good marshmallow, not just like candy marshmallow. It smells like smoky marshmallow. Oh my goodness, the whole bag, because I kept everything in the DFW Yarn Crawl bag. We got a bag. Did we share the bag? We're doing good. We're doing good. Right here is our bag. Now this is a DFW Yarn Crawl. Armadillos are kind of a big thing here in Texas. We see them all over. A lot of times they're, you know, yeah. And then we got our yarn crawl bag, and it also came with a couple things inside of it.
Yeah.
One pin. Ooh, yarn crawl.
2018.
And that came from Cynthia.
Looks like it did.
And then we got the West 7th wool tape measurer, which came in black this year, and this guy here has already claimed it.
Oh yeah.
Today we are having Bigelow tea. I'm having the pumpkin spice, and he is having
the salted caramel.
Salted caramel, and mine's delicious. His he says it could be a little bit more caramely. Respectable. Might have something to do with the fact that I didn't use super hot water though. It's usually really tasty. With clink. It's usually with hotter water, and I didn't use quite hot water because I didn't want to burn you. So maybe it didn't get the full flavor. Right? Don't catch. Don't catch. Also while over at McKinney Knittery, she carries these amazing buttons. They're Favor Valley Woodworking from New Hampshire. And these are antlers. And they get them, they don't hurt the deer for them at all. It says, I mentioned them somewhere. I made sure. They're not hurting deers for their antlers. It's an after the fact kind of an antler collection. And I figured this would look really cute on a hat, and this would look cute on the shoulder of a poncho. And I'm really excited to get that done. I just think it'll look nice. Yeah?
Yeah, and they feel softer than you'd expect.
Yeah, because usually antler inside is very abrasive, but they really sand those down. They're very smooth.
Yeah.
Well, cool. And that is all we got while at the McKinney Knittery, which is not easy to do because amazing. So after that, we were thinking about going over to Richardson, but it was Friday afternoon. Traffic is crazy here. We still had 9 days of yarn crawl. He wanted to go for it. He totally wanted to go for it. We had an hour until the first Richardson shop closed. It would have been kind of a race. We couldn't have stopped off anywhere. We had all those days left. I said no. I said we're gonna call it and pick it up tomorrow. So we only went to one shop that first day, which is not like us. Usually we used to be really gung-ho. We got one mark on our cute little passport, and then we went over and we went to Half Price Books. It's a crochet with heart from Red Heart magazine. I love these. I got 2 of them. I'm not gonna trouble you with everything, but I did get that, and I got this one, which is more Valentine's Day themed. But which one has the black light blanket? One of them has the angels I liked. I do like that vest. I'm thinking in black, I would love that vest. I know it looks a little prim, but it's kind of awesome, and it has a scalloped edge. Oh, here's the one with the angel. And they have the little angels. Isn't that cute? I required it. And then the other one has probably got the black light blanket.
Ooh, I like that.
It's called the Black Light Beauty. And it's just Red Heart Super Saver. They have all the colors still. This magazine's from 1998. I'm thinking this one was 97. I forget. But yeah, they have some years behind them. And actually, you know what it says? Premiere issue. So it's the very first issue. Aww. This one is by Marley Bird. I was so excited.
Yay.
He likes Marley Bird too. Cold Weather Crochet. And they have some amazing patterns in here. We get some of the hats and stuff on the back. I will try to link everything down below. But she has the coolest shawl. I love that shawl. It has cables and stripes, which it screams to me. I'm thinking I need it in purple. Isn't that cool?
Cabled shawl.
Mm-hmm. They call it a cabled shawl, and it has stripes on the shoulder. And it's kind of a half moon shape. See, they have the shape right here. It's almost like a rectangle, but arched. I require. Ooh, I love that. Marley Bird is awesome. Yes, very happy to get this. And we just love going to Half Price Books. We were probably there for like an hour. And he loves books too. This one, I think he actually got this at the dollar store while we were out and about.
It's called Toast Hampton. It's about a dog called Toast that lives in Hampton.
Show a picture? Video picture. They're all cute. Oh my gosh.
Like here's
I guess his tongue is just perpetually sticking out. That is so cute. And then the next day was Saturday. You were so 9. You're so 9. So that was the dad day. We went with Justin, his daddy, and we went out to the Richardson. The idea was to go to Richardson and go to Yarn and Stitches and then to go nearby to Holly's, and then to go a little farther than that to Fleece. But I've been to Fleece about 2 weeks ago. I didn't really need to go back. And then I went to Holly's. It hasn't been that long. So I really wanted to go to Yarn and Stitches. So we go over to Yarn and Stitches, and she was having the trunk show. Oh my gosh. I'll just show you. I didn't mean to buy yarn. I really didn't. But Yarn Carnival was having their trunk show. And have you ever? It's supposed to look like a rusted metal guitar. I can't even pronounce what it is supposed to be. It's either Titanicaster or Titanicaster. I don't know if that little letter is crossed out or an N. You can see it in a second. But you get 490 yards. It's 100% superwash merino. Has that pretty rust color on gray. I figure it'll be great. She said that I could get a cowl and some fingerless gloves out of this, and I'm liable to believe her. She also uses dyes that are a little bit more environmentally friendly than the acid dyes that I'm used to getting. So I was really excited to try it and see it. What do you think?
I like it. I like it.
It's nice. It's soft. So at that point, I had bought a yarn. I'm like, oh, dag-nabbity. So it is what it is. But what I had in my hands already was this. This was coming home with me. They had the same bag with orange up top that I kept digging, and I found gray on top, which I like a lot better. And I love a drawstring bag. That is what I got at Yarn and Stitches over in Richardson. And it was a lot of fun. I'm going to get to it. So then we're headed over to Holly's. We were in the car going to Holly's. Then we decided, let's just go to the mall. I know it sounds odd, but not far from her was a really nice mall, and we were hungry, so we figured lunch. But on the way from that detour, we saw a museum, and we stopped in, and we went to the Museum of Biblical Art, and they just have a beautiful sculpture garden. Remember the sculpture garden? Really toasty outside, so we go inside, nice and air conditioned. They had big marble sculptures. Then they had no, he's not yarn crawl related. I'm holding a stuffed animal. And they just had the art was amazing, and they just had artifacts from all the way back into history. It was amazing. So we went there, and we enjoyed that for probably about an hour until we let out and we headed over to the mall, and we had some lunch, and they gave me testers. You like lunch? And oh my gosh, I tried a couple perfumes, and she was nice enough to give me some testers. People just love to give me testers. It is so nice of them. But she gave me Absolutely Blooming. So she had me wait, and she went back and she found it for me, and she came back with 2 testers of Absolutely Blooming. Don't spray, okay? Yeah, because that would hurt my eyes. Okay. And then we enjoyed that, and we went out and about. Got ourselves back home, had a great night. Sunday we didn't bother because just half the stores are closed, and we just stayed home and we were lazy. Then on Monday we planned to go back out, but my son had to go sign up for college classes. So we actually went over with my son and signed up for college classes. He cleared all up. He cleared some confusion up. He changed majors. So we got to see his college, which was a lot of fun. And while we were there, I wanted a little souvenir because I haven't been over inside the school yet. And we went and we saw the cafe, and then we went and the bookstore was there, which was really nice. We took a long tour of the library, which was very cool. But as a souvenir, I got myself some pins. I've never tried the Bic Intensities, so I'm really excited. And I'm going to be doing my September. In September, I start a new book. So I'm going to Dotted. I always use Moleskine, but I'm going to Dotted, so I'm really excited. And I'm probably going to make a video of setting up my bullet journal, because some people have been very curious as to how I use my bullet journal to plan out my knitting and crochet so I stay on target. I also found some new, not at the bookstore, but in addition to my book, I found some new washi tapes. Michael's had no business being at Michael's. Michael's had them for $3 for $1. And I think I'll use these all year long. I love the little black roses. And the Life is Good on teal. My first month is hopefully gonna have some teal in it. I'm feeling very teal right now. Be kind. Oh, you can go ahead and have some, but make sure I have some for my book, okay? Looks like I have bats too. Don't rip that off. You haven't even gotten that mustache yet. So it was a very fun day. It was our final day of Yarn Crawl. We woke up nice and early. We got out and about and we headed up north. First stop was Sherman. We checked in and had a really great time visiting with the Balance Skiing. She stamped our passport. She gave us a thing. Oh, a pen. We got a pen, which was awesome. I think that might have actually just come in our bag though, in our Yarn Crawl bag, because the vendors, I think, gave the fiber lady things to put in the bags for her. So I think that was just in there because she didn't have access to my bag and I came home with a pen. It was really spooky. But we didn't buy anything there. So as of that point, I've just bought one ball of yarn or a hank, depending on if you want to get specific, but one thing of yarn. So I think the reason that I didn't feel compelled to go to all the other shops was because I wasn't buying yarn. And I'm like, I've seen the notions. The notions didn't change. So after that, we go over to Whitesboro, and that's where they have Quixotic. Quixotic is really awesome. They have a nice selection of Malabrigo. Like different, usually Malabrigo, I see a bunch of sock yarn and maybe a little bit of worsted. But she had a really nice selection in all of the different sizes, which is awesome. She also had a really nice selection of books and pre-printed patterns, which was fun. I almost got one of the Stephen West books, but I have so many of the patterns already in my library, I decided no. It was just a really nice book. It was very pretty. I think it was Stephen West's book 3. Cynthia's Corner. You know? You know? The yarn diet was going so well, you know?
Yeah.
Until we got to Cynthia's. And then something happened. Well, last year at Cynthia's Corner, I bought one of these. And I figured, oh my gosh, I can make a shirt if I have another one. They have this over at some other yarn shops, but they weren't holding up well. They were kind of unraveling. You could see like some white strands because I thought about making this shirt several times, but I only had one ball. You get, I want to say 380, am I wrong? How many yards? 440 yards of yarn for the 100-gram ball, and it's so nice. The Saki silk is from Wisdom Yarns, and it has 55% merino superwash, 25% nylon, and 20% silk.
And it's machine washable.
It is machine washable. Thank you for pointing that out, my friend. It also says you can air dry, don't iron it, and it's a size 1 soft weight yarn. Its name is Summer Stock. P. Honestly, I do not know.
If anyone,
I don't think that's bleach.
If anyone knows what the P sign is,
no, I know what the P is. Right there at the end is a little penis.
Can you
circle.
guys post what it means in the comments?
We'd really appreciate that because we're very curious. Smart Yarn Self-Patterning. This is not the colorway, but that is another colorway and how it pools. It's really pretty. So I thought a shirt, because I could not get myself to make socks out of it just yet. So I thought maybe just knitting up a shirt would be nice. So I needed another ball. When I saw it, I got so excited she still had it. I threw it in the basket. This was $18. So then I'm walking around and she is making a hat. And it was Christmassy because she had just gotten this in from Universal Yarn. Uptown Worsted. I cannot get this anywhere else, anywhere near me. I should mention Cynthia's is probably a 2.5-hour drive, maybe 2-hour drive from my house. So I'm not going up there very often, and I love this shop. I should have known it'd be dangerous. I didn't even think about this before we got there. I just walked in thinking la la la, and boom, just one thing after another. It was amazing. So I got this. I already started on it at home. I couldn't even keep my hands off of it. It's
broke your
really
yarn diet.
soft. It killed my yarn diet. Killed my yarn diet. But I just got 2 balls. And it is 100% acrylic. It's $6.50, size 4 medium, and you get swoosh 100 grams for
Now there's an A on it.
180 yards. That's an A. The P turned into an A. What could it mean? I got 2 balls thinking Christmas hat, maybe 2. And they're so mellow and masculine. It's actually called Yule Time. But it has kind of an army green and more of a brick red, and it's so mottled. So I'm thinking for the guys, I'll make some Christmas hats for people who normally wouldn't wear super Christmassy hats in our family. Not you and me. We have no problem wearing a Christmassy hat. But I thought that would be really nice. So I got 2 balls of that. Then I'm walking over to the back wall. I don't know. If you crochet, you know what this is. This skein went away a couple of years ago and people were really upset. This is Lion Brown Heartland in Biscayne, and the color is so pretty, and for some reason it was discontinued, like, you know, colors do. They come and go, especially with Lion Brand. Usually they come back, but this one didn't. Be nice to the skein, okay? You can touch, but don't pull. And 100% acrylic, also size 4, I imagine. You get 5 ounces, 251 yards, 230 meters. Yes, size 4 medium. And it's Heartland. You all know I love my Heartland. But this color went away. People were really upset. I saw it and I'm like, I have to have it. It has to come home. It's desirable. So I got 2 of them. It's a really pretty color. You like it? Okay. But I remember when it went away, there were so many people like, I need just one more. I'm in the middle of a project, you know? That was hard. And I looked over, and recently I sat on my Britneys. I call them my Britneys because they are my dishcloth knitting needle of choice. I had 7s. These are 9s. I've gone up a needle because I like a nice knit, a nice loosely knit cotton dishcloth, and it's going to work up even faster on these. So I'm very excited. I didn't snap them. They're very well made, but I did bend them, and it kind of, the wood splintered a little bit. So I could definitely have the husband take them into the garage, use some wood glue, and smooth them out. But I haven't yet, and I figure when I do that, then I'll just have 2 pairs. But love these. I think they're about $8. Yep, $7.98, and they are wonderful. I watched an interview with the people who make them. They were fabulous. So if you want to find some nice wooden needles, I can't suggest them enough. They're sustainably sourced, and they work fabulously, and they're just so pretty. Ready? I go blind because of this. And since I was there with these for dishcloths, and she had a kind of craft yarn that I've never used, this is just dishcloth yarn. It was $3.19. I love this peach color. I know it'll be dirty in no time once I use it, but I love it. And I don't know, have you ever used this? It's Village Yarn Craft Cotton. And I love this color, and it's soft. It feels just like dishcloth yarn, but I want to see if it works up any differently. So I'll be getting started on a dishcloth very soon. But this is incredible. It was $18. I was thinking about getting 2, but it's $18. I want to make sure I like it. It's Eco Duo from Cascade Yarns. It is it 100% alpaca? I think there might be some wool in it. The tag had me. There must be wool in it, because look at that little guy. I'm keeping this tag. Look at that little alpaca and sheep hanging out on the farm on the label. Have you ever? Have you ever?
I have. I have ever.
You have?
I have.
When?
I have.
Oh, okay. But it looks like, sit down please. There you go. It looks like it would just knit or crochet up to be kind of a mottled mess, but it's actually striping. The mottling goes from, so you can see a white part and a brown part, and then in the middle it transfers over. It's so soft, feels soft, nicely. Oh, too much sugar. No more. Drink your tea. That's naughty. Don't make me disappointed.
Sorry.
Okay. But, oh, what's the percentage? There it is, 70% undyed baby alpaca, 30% undyed merino wool. And I cannot wait. So that is undyed. That's just the color of the animal. It is soft as can be. I cannot wait to use this. I'm so glad to share it with you so I can. It's an ashy dark brown and a cream color. And I'm thinking it's going to be a cowl, but I'm making up and down stripes because I want to see the stripes as they go. And I think if I went all the way around, I think if I went around the long way, the stripes would be really small.
I got the caramel and the honey.
Nice. High five.
Both at the bottom.
Oh, they're hiding. Aside from that, that was about it. Then on the way down, back toward home, we stopped off in McKinney and we went to Tupps Brewery. Now, a lot of indie dyers and McKnitty had all set up in Tupps Brewery, and we were catching them at the very tail end. They were packing up when we showed up. But oh, such pretty yarn. I grabbed some cards of the people that I have to go visit. There was a bag maker. She had some really cute bags. I didn't find anything that I absolutely needed, and I was still really excited about my dragon bag. So I was all set. And then we called it after the brewery, which is adorable. We're definitely going back. That was Saturday, and I guess every Saturday night they have kind of a get-together. We didn't have beer or anything. It was just a really nice, relaxed atmosphere. So if you're over in McKinney and you haven't been to Tupps, it was a lot of fun. I highly suggest it. We had some Mexican food, and we called it a yarn crawl. That was it for us. We were toast. But such a great time. Every year, we just love it so much. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll be back with a regular podcast in just a few days. See you next time.